Okay, great. So, welcome to your Quick Start Guide Part 1 Sweepstakes. Now, this is usually going to be choosing an offer for step one, but I'd like to go ahead and start a little different with an overview just in case you're new to sweepstakes and just in case you're new to push traffic. I want to bring everything into full scale for you to really elaborate and impress upon you how much opportunity you have to bring in immense amount of revenue with your campaigns. So why sweepstakes? It's going to be low barrier of entry for you as a beginner affiliate marketer, and also it's a no-brainer. Pretty much everyone in the world is willing to accept something for free if they have to provide minimal effort in order to achieve that goal or minimum amount of financial commitment. So sweepstakes is something that's been around forever, and you see it usually in person. Maybe like if you're in the mall, right? There used to be a situation where they say, hey, enter your information to win this car. Well, that's just an old school lead generation tactic, and you don't see that nowadays because no one probably filled those out because they were getting telemarketer calls and all that other stuff. But the shift into sweepstakes remains active because regardless of the fact that the method of delivery may change to where maybe now no one's filling out a form in the mall, maybe they're just filling out a form online now, but it's still a very active industry bringing in tons of money, and the advertisers are definitely promoting their offers at full force. So it's definitely something you can get into because it's also not a vertical that a lot of affiliates really take advantage of. And you have to really be data driven whenever you go with sweepstakes because you're going to have to identify patterns and create certain strategies in order to optimize your campaigns. And those strategies may be technical and they may be based on you having to come up with different principles. So all in all, sweepstakes is definitely a win-win situation for the affiliate involved, which is going to be you, for the advertiser, and also for the affiliate network in case you happen to not be getting your offers from a direct advertiser. All right, so there are mobile sweepstake offers is where we recommend that you should focus your attention. Desktop for sweepstakes just doesn't really bode well. So just if you can try it, but we don't recommend it. So we'll talk about when desktop is something you can utilize. And if you want to be someone who just wants to go against the grain and test and do a split test and analyze the data, go for it. But just be fair warned that we recommended mobile for this. Now with sweepstakes, you have tons of verticals. We can go with you have travel, we have embursement with vouchers. You can do winning fashion, and you can do gift cards, tons of things, electronic devices. So the category in which you can promote a particular offer, you definitely have tons of options there. So when it comes into the type of commitment that you need from your visitors, you can do a single opt-in, a double opt-in, a CC submit, or mobile subscriptions. So single opt-in and double opt-in are usually where beginners focus, but for the sake of this quick start guide, we're just going to show you how to utilize single opt-in. And that just means that the user only has to enter their information once, and then that's when the conversion is fired. If it's a double opt-in, after they provide the information, they have to then do a second step to confirm that they approve submitting their details to the advertiser. So that's why we usually don't go with double opt-in, because it requires more action on behalf of the user and you don't want to lose them out of your campaign. All right, so once you figured out what type of sweepstakes offer you're going to promote, you need to figure out what traffic you want to utilize, and that's why we want to do push traffic. Now, push traffic, you can bid based on your cost per click, or you can bid based on your cost per 1,000 views if the traffic source permits that. You have situations now where you can automate. You now have situations where you have more flexibility on how you can create your campaign flow. For example, with Facebook, you are required to use a landing page. And there's also situations where your advertising guidelines, you probably fall short, right? So as far as advertising with push traffic, you have more flexibility because now you can do different types of landing pages, different type of variations, and they don't have to require particulars like a custom domain. They don't need any specific disclaimers about what platform you're advertising from, like Facebook requires. And then also with push traffic, you have the ability to communicate with the affiliate managers to get insight on their database and their publisher supply. And it just the experience is different. And then in addition to that, you're getting clicks at a very cheap rate, extremely low rate. So if you're able to break even, you can definitely scale, or you can even just keep a nice steady flow where you're not scaling immensely, where you're just making sure you're remaining positive, because push traffic does have its cons, just like every other traffic source where it may be unstable, right? So the recommended verticals that I want to reiterate when you are going with push traffic is just make sure it's a broad offer. You don't want to promote something where you have to target people, because targeting is not an option with push traffic. You can't do detailed targeting where you are used to or you're interested in looking into shopping or interest behaviors. So you kind of have to just go broad. So something like a voucher or grocery or fashion or travel, something that a male and a female of all ages will agree on. That's the main objective that you should consider when you decide what type of vertical or what type of offer you need to promote. So let's go over how you should set this up. So to get started, you need to apply to affiliate network if you do not already have an affiliate network application under your belt. We do have tons of resources, and I know in the volume guide I gave a big tip on how you can join Max Bounty, and I kind of laid out the rules on what you need in order to be a successful interviewee if you're applying for Max Bounty. After that, you need to go ahead and pick your vertical, because once you get inside of the affiliate network, you're going to be bombarded with the offers. So you need to go ahead and make up your mind. Are you going to go with travel? Are you going to go with the voucher? Are you going to go with fashion? Are you going to go with grocery? Are you going to go with an electronics? And then you need to pick a geo. So the geo is something we haven't dived into yet. We'll go over that whenever we're building a campaign, but you want to make sure that you probably stay with the geo that you don't necessarily need to translate, because you do have to translate your push notifications and also your landing pages. So just stick with what you know and stick with geos that we recommend, like New Zealand, Singapore, United Kingdom. And also, if you are able to translate, we do like Spain, Mexico, Italy, and also, let's see, Germany is really good with push traffic, and you can also try, you can try Belgium too. That's something to do. And India, really good. So, and South Africa. So as you can see, the list goes on. It's just a matter of testing and figuring out what works where. All right, so then you need to go ahead and figure out and select your offer. After you've narrowed down your vertical and your geo in the affiliate network filters, then now you can go ahead and choose your offer. And then you just need to make sure you get all your tracking parameters from the affiliate network, and then you can migrate over and create your offer. So this is what your push image looks like. You have an icon, you have a push title, and then you have a message. So you can combine it with emojis, you can use images, you can use simple like icons that are notifications on a mobile device, so on and so forth. There's tons of things that you can test in Zeropark, and we'll go over that. And then after someone were to click a push notification that looks like that, they're going to be directed to what looks like a landing page, which is on the left. Now that's translated in German at the top. That's pretty much just saying, hey, congratulations, you're a winner today, please spin. And this is an example of a spinner lander. You can do surveys. You can do a quick question. You can just redirect them straight to where they have to enter their name. We don't recommend doing that, but those are the options that you have available, and you can test what works best. You can also do advertorials, you can do blogs. There's so much that you can do with your push ads. It's just a matter of figuring out what works best with your audience. And so then, for example, this would be an iPhone 8 sweepstakes offer. It's a little old, sorry about that, but as you can see, someone would be entering in their first name, their last name, and their email, and their date of birth. And this looks like it's going to be a mobile submit, pin submit offer. So this is a sweepstakes offer that we'll dive into in the next quick start guide, but 100% super easy to get started. So let's go ahead and dive in. And now I'd just like to show you the process that we would use in order to select our offer. So Big Bang Ads is going to be the affiliate network because they're a direct advertiser. We recommend going with someone who is an expert in the niche that you want to promote, and they are experts in sweepstakes offers, so they will be the top choice to go to. So as you can see, all of the offers will be loaded for us here. We can go by the ID, the offer name, we can look at the payout, and also the location. So we can filter this by which particular geo. So this is why I said it's important to figure out what geo you want to promote. And then once you figure that out, you're going to get more options where you can determine your vertical, which is the category of the offer. So let's say, for example, New Zealand. You don't have to translate anything there. And then you can look at the categories, lead gen, sweepstakes. All right, great. So with this platform, you have to go inside of the geo so you can look at the landing page, but this one is not what I wanted to do. Let's just go with this area. Let's see if it gives me what I'm looking for. It does. So here we can look at the landing pages. So I have a gas for petrol, I have iPhone 11, and I have a random one. So if I want to look at the iPhone 11, you can just generate the landing page. You can make sure that everything is good to go. Make sure that you're satisfied. You can see what the user sees, and then you're all set. So then you would go back and retrieve your information that you need for your tracking. So that's the final step when you select your offer, and now you just need to set up your campaign on your traffic source and get your creative. So let's talk about that next.